even worse than me.
Oh, I like honestly, like I would.
I did have a bit of a panic about 10 minutes ago. They were chasing me like that. Oh, so it is me next week.
Yeah, that's weird. Where did we start last week? In the hell. Yeah, it does mean.
It started off with me, Yorick, and Beatrice trying to kill you for transgressions.
Good evening.
How is today's shit show going? Shitty thing. Shitty shit show. My brother could have
That's my start again.
Only
At
writing
the end,
today.
this would you would have them.
Only writing today. What did you do backstory to Martha?
Well, that'd be helpful actually, because then
I
tonight
haven't
here,
had
like
time
my
to
story.
write this. Definitely haven't had time.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Ah, yeah.
Hear about that.
backstory for what?
Martin's campaign.
Oh, right, yeah.
And
James,
yes,
you leaving your backstory as the 18 words for the character sheet?
It depends whether you want me to come do that as I suggested, come in at the first week and then disappear for a couple of weeks, or whether you want me to come in December. If you want me to come in December, my backstory will follow. Just let me know.
Yeah, I haven't Yeah, I was kind of going the other way. I was writing on backstories before I started writing introductions. Yeah, go with your idea.
I was get that done ASAP.
Like Bernie needs to You're very quiet.
All Bernie is listening to the keeping.
I often end up going to. Sorry, Jeff. That's still my answer.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, I was just I often end up thinking of the weekend because I spend every other weekend going to some sort of animal place, and there's always some interesting antlers and horns. And I think, oh yeah, that's that's it. Yeah.
You know what it is? I just find it fun, but it's the same reason I say this. I looked it up. Apparently, satyrs don't get it.
There's got to be a song there. Quite often there's a crossover in that. The subreddit is just people looking like the boys. Yeah.
That's okay.
So is Fiddle taking the record for latest recap by 2 minutes? 2 minutes after we start.
Yep. Okay. I could have easily not done it and said I can't do it. No, 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 no.
I'm ready to dare you. As opposed to a usual racist propaganda.
I watched the screen. I think it was.
Oh, it's done it as a. What's it called? Okay.
You accepted Summer as your
Just before we start, and this is a loaded recommendation because Netflix have been cunts and not really cancelled it. But then you watched Chaos on Netflix. Yeah. It's fucking off.
What's that?
That's Jeff Goldblum's
Chaos.
sis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Free,
Probably.
free content in modern day. It's fantastic. Bit dark and things, but fantastic. A single series. Yeah. Like, it did occur to me that, they cancelled this one because, maybe teaching the maths to rise up against their oppressors wasn't the message they wanted to send out. Yes.
Good evening. Welcome to a slightly late edition, 6 minutes, it's fine, of Helloran Rising, Damage Does D&D. So, with that in mind, we'll do a quick recap, because there were some sound issues last week, and some people may not have understood what was happening, me included. So, Florian, take us back to in time.
I was going to do a whole pause for about 5 minutes as if that was the beginning of the episode because of the sound, but I won't.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, the hells are exactly what I expected, full of treacherous creatures and nasty traps. And to boot, these doors that we're in front of, the dwarves are so focused on it causing us all problems. I tried to stun Yarick, but that didn't go to plan. This in turn caused more problems because Gus, Bridris, and then Yarick looked like they wanted to kill me. In the end, things subsided, and I decided to walk away and make sure nothing was coming up the tunnel again. The dwarves continued to try and open the locks, and then Trillador decided he was going to help them too. Apparently, after a while, the three of them did it, repeatedly hitting the door, becoming more intelligent, and solving 4 extremely hard locks between them. Just walked straight in as usual, after we all made it back to the doors, and it was then time to figure out what the hell was in that room. After everyone going into the dark room, apart from me and Celeste, they eventually figured out that it was actually the Well of Many Worlds. Who would have thought? After all this time trying to stop them from getting in, it was exactly where we needed to be. Both Celeste and I noticed, however, that there was some timer clicking down and made everyone aware of this, with ourselves still keeping on the other side of the room. After around 7 minutes, Melissa and Yara got the well free from the frame it was being held in. As this was happening, we heard some skittering noises coming up the corridor. It was those damn imps again. In the room, however, a shape began to appear at the back, and a shape very much like Fiona. The rest of them got out of the room quickly and in time, Melissa holding the well, and the quickest we have ever made a decision, Melissa laid it out on the floor, and we all jumped in. And as you didn't know when it ended, Chaz.
Yeah. Okay. So, having jumped through the well, you... I'll have to look back at my notes now. You ended up in a strange but familiar place, an underground cavern in Dornham, where there were a few too many tiefling and other bones for your liking. And Bridris was looking a little bit sheepish, and when Gus picked her up on this, she bounced away. So, making your way out of the house that was on top of this cavern, you came up with an elaborate plan to distract and then put the fear of Miette into one of the guards that had this house surrounded like an exclusion zone of the town, with signs up saying danger, monsters beware. You escaped out into the countryside, made a camp, had a restful-ish night's sleep, and we pick it up first thing in the morning.
Apologies. I completely forgot about that second part.
You
of last
did,
week's
yeah.
episode.
So I filled in. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can remember things, which is handy. Not all the time, but sometimes. So yeah, it is now clear morning. It's fairly early on. What would you like to do?
As soon as Florian wakes up, he'll do what he normally does, and like morning exercise routines.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll
Possibly not that exercise routine.
like he's been doing for quite a while, but this time we'll just make a quick prayer to Sama, but it will be to Uncle instead.
Okay, give me the words you're going to use.
Um,
What are you telling Sama? What are you saying to him? Uncle Sama, rather.
so it will be along the lines of morning, Uncle. It's a bit different saying it now that I know. Back from the hills. That's how I'll leave it.
Okay. You wait a few moments, and then there is a sort of chorus of heavenly voices, pinpoints of light. And there's a voice you've not heard before. We welcome your worship of Sama. Please tell all who you meet that the great God Sama, in his infinite wisdom and generosity, is providing warmth, light, and your very life for the whole world. May your day be full of blessings for Sama. Unfortunately, Sama cannot answer your prayer right now, as he is slightly busy, bringing light and life to the world. But rest assured, your prayer is important to us. And the light fades down again.
Is it Greensleeves that plays? My God, your God's got an answer machine.
Yeah, I go about my usual like morning routine, but just have a definite quiet chuckle to myself after that.
Okay. Apparently, I'm disturbing the dog with my Sama answering machine. So,
How very dare you.
I know it's outrageous. So, that's Florian's wake up. Anybody else doing anything? Deciding conversations, destinations.
So, what are we doing next then?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Don't start that again.
Always
Maybe something less dangerous and less hell-like.
I mean, given what we tend to get involved with, I don't think we'll escape that.
We chose to do this time, though.
True. Well,
I would like to find out what's happened to my family. The last I heard was my mother's hand in the box, so
Yeah.
fortunately it's kind of been on a bit of a back burner considering everything else that's been going on.
Where do we start with that then? Have you got any leads?
Well, the only person who'd send me my mother's hand would have been Lork, so
he's been dealt with.
but who
Well-
knows?
We'd
Maybe
perhaps
he-
have to.
Maybe he was clever and he knew that you were going to lose your hand, so he sent you a spare one.
Perhaps we ought to go to the Elven lands. If we're going to learn anything, there would be best. And whilst we're there, we can also check in possibly with the Fairbolts. If that's where you arrived, Brands, then if any of the survivors from what you said that Shine woke up, they may well be there.
See, my people are okay. I confirmed with Shine and your friend Remora. She also quite kindly told me the fate of my people. So they're doing okay. And I will get to them when I get to them. But I think that we need to focus on our mission here and maybe leave visiting my people for now.
I don't think we should necessarily go back to the Elflands.
I would quite like to go to the Elflands because I would quite like to meet Lunaria.
Oh yeah, there was another dragon under the ground, wasn't there, or something?
Yeah.
Moonstone Dragon?
Yeah,
I think
she
was.
she is apparently a Moonstone Dragon, and I would quite like to meet her.
Doesn't the picture seem a little bit bigger than that, though? I mean, it's pure coincidence we've come across all of these temples rising. Or is it? We seem to be stuck in the middle because of myself and my family. But surely we need to somehow try and bridge a new accord somehow, as we seem to be the speaking points of both heavens and hells.
Something about all of the gods being back and all of the dragons awakening just feels uneasy. I don't know if y'all feel the same, but there's a lot more powerful beings out there.
I would hazard a guess that powerful beings, yes, but I would say that we're classed among those as well.
And not to their extent.
I think,
We fled from the house.
yeah. But I think you underestimate us as a collective.
Probably. But it's still disconcerting. Snow was giving me some real bad vibes back in Dar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Perhaps we should head into town, find a bar, get the dwarves some beer, and see what we,
Come on, let's go.
see
Do you know
we
what?
can-
I was about to say, the only thing that makes me uneasy is when my blood alcohol level gets below a certain threshold. So you're right on the money there.
we can learn about what's going on. We can talk to people, see what's happening within the world at the moment, and probably find out if we've jumped ahead any time again.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to worry anybody, but
Mhm.
my armor is no longer my armor. It's kind of my skin.
What?
So yeah, Forensi's
mean?
armor is basically gone at this point, and he across his entire chest, shoulders, and up the sides of his neck, up to his temples, he's scaled.
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna check my hand.
Okay.
Is it being weird?
In what sense?
Well, is it sort of, am I starting to get more scales up my arm or anything like that, or is it just the same as it ever was?
Well, looks to be the same. You can make an insight check into your hand if you wish.
The
I'm not that
best.
Oh,
weird.
it's because the prosthetic's made of the scales from Forensic. Yeah.
Yeah, so
There's
sort of
nothing odd or weird happening with your hand.
but it would
That
sort of
is-
basically seem like
Take your armor off then to have a bath. Oh, what? So you're naked now then?
I appear to have scales.
But you were appearing to have boobs.
Are
Scales
you
boobs.
turning?
This is too right as I'm excited.
Are you turning into a dragon? I know you like them.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm turning into a dragon, but I do have scales.
Did you want scales, or is this?
I mean, I wouldn't complain at having scales. I would quite like it, actually. Thank you.
Okay, let me phrase this a different way. How have you got scales?
I don't
Are
know.
your scales furry then?
I've still got fur, but I've got scales too.
It
What,
seems
does
like
it feel
maybe
Greener scales or something?
his armor has been absorbed into his body and has become a part of him.
I would probably say.
He's naked.
Probably a strange effect of just all of this magic that's in this world now. The
Either
dragons
that
we
or
awoken and
I
plus
yeah.
this
I would
guy.
hazard a guess that it's a good sign that it's with my bond with Shine, but
I was going to say maybe it's a gift from Shan for, well, one, trusting in us, and two, getting a very simple yet dangerous way for her to get from the hells and taking it from her.
Or it could be a curse. Maybe you're just shedding. That happens to our people a lot when we spend a lot of time in the faraway.
I have noticed you leave hair around a lot, Miet. I didn't want
That
to say
that
anything.
is a gift.
It's not a gift, it's very messy.
It is what it is.
I mean it's part of nature, so I would get used to it.
I don't shed my skin.
And why not?
Technically we do, but you just
Technically,
can't.
you are incorrect there, Mr. Trelador. You shed multiple layers of skin a day. So
Yes, but you don't see it. Like, yet.
Maybe
It's
we can move our
everywhere.
conversation onto something a little bit more important.
Yeah, shall we
than
head
shedding
into
of skin or fur?
Yes.
the
I would
town?
like to focus on the important thing here. I have skills!
Do you feel any different though?
Um,
Apart from excited, we know you're excited.
I feel a little bit more hardy, shall we say. But
I do understand how you're feeling, though. I was that excited when I got my tail.
DM,
Yes, mate.
apart from Dar, what would be the next step up in city? Or still like the next equivalent sized with either temples or
Well, Dar is sort of an anomaly. It is
City of Temples.
a city of temples and hokey religions and actual religions and everything in between. So there is no real equivalent. Most cities don't have temples because the religion's not really been a thing for so long.
yeah.
In Daghold, there are temples to reorcs.
What about rather than let me try and rephrase it. So biggest populace then of all kin, not just like say Daghold is just for the dwarves, as in like Dar, where people can walk in and out of.
I mean, all of the cities are fairly large. Kleinwater is probably the biggest. But, I mean, Silot, Dornham, Farnham, Redport are all sort of similar sizes. Drummond is different again because it's an elven city.
Yeah.
But the others seem to have, and Giffield is kind of similar to Kleinwater. The two northern cities are probably the bigger as far as population goes.
Potentially for footfall and information as to a place where we probably won't get spotted or anything like that, aka Dar, one of those would be the better.
Yeah, I mean, you're just outside Dornham at the moment.
Yeah, no, completely. I get that, but we've still got to get to wherever we're going. So,
Sure.
yeah. So, where are you thinking about going, Melissa, for this information? I mean, I don't think Dar is potentially the best place.
Like right outside of Dornham.
Yeah, literally.
Not what.
We landed here.
Yeah.
And we just go into Dornham. Go to a tavern.
Yeah.
And speak to people. Find out what's happening. What seems to be major at the moment with people. And that will give us a sense of what's going on.
Okay, I'm just thinking.
I don't think we need to get Drake all the way to Dar right now.
Oh, but. Biggest
Right,
city,
come on then, let's go.
First step's the right one. Pub.
So, you strike camp, you make your way across the fields onto the track that leads back into Dornham. Celeste, as you are walking into Dornham with your group, something odd about the docks. You're not quite sure what, but it doesn't look quite right to you. Now, you've been in the docks of other cities, and normally there's a lot of trade going on. The treading waters Tabaxi are usually docked with their boats. There's a lot of noise, a lot of fuss. It's very quiet. There are boats there, but there are no treading waters to be seen.
Is there any of Snow's lot? Does it look like there's some Aladas followers?
Make a perception check.
Pedadastians.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Has there been anything to indicate that we may have lost time with going to the Hells and coming back via the well?
How would you tell me that? How would you tell? What are you
They're
looking
flying
at?
space cars.
That might be a good giveaway. Yeah, no, temperature, given that was, what, springish we left? So, like, does it still feel springish in the air?
Still feels spring-ish.
24.
24. Yeah, there's all of the boats, and these are treading waters craft, the style certainly. All of the boats have the mark of Peladas on them. All of them, without exception. You don't see any crews anywhere. You see dock workers, but they're not doing much. They're just sort of sat about. And it's early morning. There should be boxes. There should be trade. There should be all sorts of kerfuffle happening. But there's nothing here. The dock workers are sort of sat around in groups, playing cards, talking to each other.
It is most peculiar. It seems that Snow's group have taken over the waterways, but there seems no trade to be done. Nobody's doing anything. The boats are very quiet, but they're all under the flag of Peladas.
As you say the name Peladas, there's a sort of strange rippling echo from the water of the river mouth. So whoosh, Peladas.
Did anyone else hear that?
Did anyone else hear it?
I'll say anybody with a passive perception of over 18 would have heard it.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
So a
I
few.
don't even have a character sheet open.
I heard that, I think. That was a bit weird.
It was a bit weird.
What was?
As soon as I said the name of a specific god, it kind of echoed across the water.
We'll say it again and see if we can hear it.
Peladas.
Peladas. It's like the breaking of a wave at the end there. Peladas.
It's a bit weird.
Well, that is a bit weird.
I like the idea of a god being able to spy on us just by being next to water.
I know we're somewhat away, DM, but if I looked up and towards Dar and then kept looking up and around, are there any more floating temples anywhere?
I mean, you're a very long way from Dar.
Yeah, no, completely.
There's no way you're going to be able to see anything at Dar.
Nothing
Long way from
in
Kansas.
the area?
As far as you can see, no floating temples.
Well, to the inn then, right? Drinking information.
Between
Right, to the pub.
that, Snow's actions, and what we saw of Sama, I really think that the gods being back isn't necessarily a good thing for all of us.
They do seem a bit nutty.
They're all right once you know how to control them.
Firstly, not really something we can do. Secondly,
I've managed it.
it feels like the only
Control
ones that
somebody.
aren't quite as insane as that are Remora and Reorx. I'd include the Ardiac with that, but he seems
I don't think he needed to be locked away to be
no,
the way he is.
but I don't think he could be locked away.
Celeste, where were you from in your time? What town, city?
Oh, backstory looking at.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually gave it a name. Oh,
A literal use of Jack's notes.
got written down the Great Forest in Fanria.
Yep. No real cities in Fanria. It's just a huge forest of interconnected trees and walkways. And there's no real city or town. It's not really got a name. It's the Great Forest of Fanria.
And we have never heard of that.
Absolutely
from this
not.
time. Yeah.
They just call it the Great Forest of
I mean,
Fanria. There's...
The only one that might have done. Give me a history check, please, Trelador. It's going to be very high TC though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I have a natural 1 plus 0.
So 1.
You nailed it, Dan. You nailed it.
Well, I'm not really a history buff.
No, you've never heard of this. Absolutely, you just didn't pay attention in history class.
I didn't pay attention to any class.
Exactly.
I've never heard of that, Celeste, but do you know if it's on this continent we're on somewhere here? I'm just thinking, if you want to try and find out about your family, which was some time ago, maybe if we can find a
But they're
history
here.
book or two.
Wait,
They came
are there other
through me
continents?
through the portal. That's
Not as far as
how I ended up here.
we know. I mean,
What's
I
it?
don't think even the treading water's been far from the land.
I don't suppose anything that I've travelled along has been familiar in any way.
Nope. Stars are different. World that you've seen here is different. In fact, the only thing that you guys know, well, not for certain, but know that you've been told that isn't on this landmass is Shine's Island, where Firenze is from.
The only bit of land that we've been to outside of Helloran would be the island that would become the one that Firenze is from.
I mean, the stars look very different here to how they were from where I'm from. I couldn't possibly say.
The stuff with Lork implied that you do come from the past. So surely the land that you come from must... This is all a bit much for this early in the morning.
Had I heard of other continents outside of where I was from?
Yeah. Yeah, there was the mainland mass that you were from with Forest of Fanria, and then there was a southern continent that was not very well explored, and there were islands in between. So, yeah.
The name Helloran's not familiar in that regard.
Place from better now for us being the southern continent.
I've floated that idea before because the southern continent has a desert in the north.
It does.
Oh, I was just curious. I was just thinking maybe if we can potentially get to an area where you were from, we might be able to
Don't quite line up.
glean some history books or something, just to let us know. I thought that your family was still back in your time. I didn't realize that came through this portal with you.
Well, we all ran to escape from Lork and my father, so...
You could potentially be from a complete plane if the bottle works similar to how the well does, but with more destination.
I mean, we ended up in a time where I can't remember her name.
Scenario.
Scenario was still walking the world. So I don't think there's any limit to where the well can take us.
Who's Zanariel, by the way?
You didn't get to meet her.
You missed that bit.
She
The mother
was,
of all the gods.
Yeah,
Your grandmother?
I mean, yeah.
That's sort of
Quite nice when we met her, but that was way back in the past.
She was super nice. I liked her.
wasn't that long ago.
For us, no, but in terms of the world, it was long ago. Weird.
Before Shine had settled on Forensis Island.
But it's
Yeah.
not my island. It kind of became his island. But
You know what I mean. Where you're from.
yeah,
So as
It's
is,
a little
I'm
bit
assuming you're still walking along.
Yeah.
And as you get there, so you get to the town square, where you can see the sort of fenced off house with the signs up saying "Beware monsters lair." And of course, opposite is the inn that you stayed at before.
Oh, that was a good one. Let's stay there then. Come on, in we come.
that was the one where the dwarves got that really nice orcish rum, wasn't it?
Indeed. So as you walk in early morning, there's not a lot of people here. It's, I don't know, I will say about sort of 10:30, 11. So there's a few people drifting in for early lunch, and the large orcish fella stands behind the bar. Welcome.
Morning.
Yep.
Morning.
Well done.
Some breakfast beers and some breakfast, please.
Breakfast, beers, and breakfast. Very well. He starts pulling sort of foaming ales, setting them up on the bar. You be sitting in, or do you want to go back outside to the garden? It's quite nice in the sunshine, early spring day.
All right, we'll try that. I think we like the garden.
Righto, well, you go out, grab a table. I'll bring this lot out.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
And he,
May I request some juice or milk or something? No beer for me, please.
No beer for you, certainly. Wine?
No alcohol, please.
No alcohol. So, let me get it straight. You've come to the pub for a breakfast beer and breakfast, but you don't want alcohol. What's the breakfast for?
It's too real.
See, the breakfast is for soaking up the breakfast beer. So you
Right,
don't
this
get-
guy.
Yeah, see? You know what I mean? This is not a difficult thing. So, I know you pointy types. Sorry, I've got horns-ish, little nubs. Anyway, I know you elven types don't generally drink a lot, but if you're having a breakfast, surely you need the breakfast beer to soak with the breakfast. I'm not,
Just to showboat, I'll have a breakfast beer.
See? Certainly, sir. I will get you a breakfast beer to go with your breakfast. Right,
May I have a juice as well as my breakfast beer then?
juice. Okay, you say juice. What do you mean by juice? What am I juicing here? I could go and
Orange,
squeeze
apple?
something. Oranges.
You have
Right.
any?
Apple juice is sort of cider, so just get one of
Cider. We
those.
could do cider. Yes, breakfast.
cider.
Not done a breakfast cider before, but I can certainly try.
That's apple juice, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it okay? And he'll pour out a small glass of cider for you. There you go. That's it's got bits in because it's proper cider. The bits are nutritious.
Thank you.
So my man Jack makes it. He lives out in the wilds. He brings it in.
Do they call him Scrumpy?
No, should they?
I think so. We could name.
We'll call him Scrumpy. Why not?
Well, Scrumpy Jack.
Scrumpy Jack.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Right, okay. So, breakfast beers all round apart from one Scrumpy Jack cider. Okay. And he
Right.
proceeds to give you this. And Teen will be out with the breakfast very shortly, so get to drinking, get your breakfast, and I'll bring another round. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect to me.
Brilliant. Right, I'll get on there.
I knew I liked this place.
So you're outside. There's a big long sort of trestle tables that can seat easily sort of 12 to 15 people. There's about 6 or 7 of them at the back. You get the idea that this place is used for social gatherings for the town, events. It's a big place. And that sort of 5-10 minutes go past, and Teen, this, how can I describe Teen? He's taller than the orc that was just with you. He's taller than any of you, including Ferenz. And he sort of, there's a sort of double door, sort of barn door that opens in a side building. And he sort of lowers his head and comes out. And he's literally about sort of 14 feet tall. And he's massive, huge arms. He sort of Who's breakfast?
Over here. You're big.
Eh?
You're big, aren't you?
Breakfasts.
Yeah, here.
Right. Puts the breakfast down. He puts like 2 massive trays of breakfasts down. So he's just covered the whole table. Right. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was wrong. Sorry, I should have waited. You say it again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There
See,
you
it's
go.
much better when it goes the right way out. Because otherwise they get upset, you see. And then everybody brings the sticks with the fire on. I don't like that.
Is this the first time you've spoken?
What?
Never mind.
I was going to say I kicked Predator on the table for that.
Right.
He's just a nice lad doing a good job. You're right, mate. Keep going.
Thanks. See you later. He sort
Bye.
of turns, ducks
He was
under
a
the
nice
doorway, and you can see like on the lintel, it's obviously been replaced a lot of times, and there are dents in it that sort of equate to Teen's head as he's sort of forgotten to duck sometimes.
Poor chap.
He was a nice chap.
What sort of creature is he then?
I
Or
mean,
was he?
make a survival check because you're a dwarf. You don't know anything about anything.
I'm just wondering about getting a description more than anything.
14.
I got a natural one.
Natural one. You have no idea. It's the biggest creature you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
He looks almost as if he's built of stone, and they were just sort of. You got the idea he's sort of almost made of rock, almost like a stone elemental type of thing. Maybe crossed with troll. You're not sure. For those that got a higher than a 1. But yeah, he seems fairly placid. You suspect that, he could be utilised as a bouncer if required. So, you eat your breakfast. Right, second round of breakfast beers. How was the breakfast cider? I'm not sure that.
Well, the
cider is
breakfast
right.
lovely, but I don't know about the cider.
Yeah, it's all right.
It seems to be inside her. So.
See what we did there. That's very good. I like that.
So how do you understand that? Yeah.
This is the orc that's come back out.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah. Never mind.
So so cider insider. That's good. Like that. From the look of yous, will you be staying long? Do you want some rooms, or are you off on some sort of daring adventure that we'll get to hear about in a year's time when you've all dead?
I mean, to be honest, we're more looking for that adventure at the moment.
Right. Well, funny you may say that. We have a little problem in town.
What's that?
We have a little problem in town. I don't know if you saw across the way there, the boarded up house.
Right?
Turns out there's a monster living under that house.
Oh my.
It's carved out this huge cavern. Eats anybody that goes in there. There's quite a bounty for slaying
Why
the monster.
would anyone go in there then?
To slay the monster to get the reward. I mean, if you slay monsters, you get treasure, right?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it
It's
follows.
true, Gus. We are monster hunters, aren't we?
Oh,
We
yeah.
are.
Brilliant. You're just a fellas for the job then.
I
So-
mean, it seems a bit beneath us considering what we've done in the past.
Does the monster have to be slain, or maybe would chased off suffice?
No, apparently the mayor said, what was he said? Bring me its fucking head.
Oh, Good to know.
Nobody has managed to do this yet.
We'll look into it maybe while we're in town.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
If you're looking for something to do, there's a hefty reward on it. So,
What's the reward then?
I think he
Also-
said it was 500 platinum pieces.
Whoa, nice.
Okay.
That is a couple.
Is that a lot?
It's,
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, I pull out I have a couple of sapphires, which I think were real sapphires, not
Yeah.
dragon bred sapphires. Someone told me these were worth 100 gold.
Right.
500 platinum would be 5,000 gold.
Right.
So 50 lots of these.
And I'll bring out my bag of shiny rocks and just pour them on the table. What, like this, you mean?
Just look at armory with jewels.
The orc is like,
Dwarves.
I'll,
They
I'll
are.
take a ruby and go, here's for breakfast. And just flick him a ruby. Yeah, put the rest away.
fantastic. Pockets it. Anything else for you, wonderful people?
Oh, no,
Also,
breakfast beer's coming.
Yeah. More on the way.
I had a question. We've been out of town for a little while.
Right.
Something up with the port?
Oh,
Chicken
well,
orders don't seem as
yeah, bit weird that. We're
about
finding
as much.
it more and more difficult to get trade goods in. Appears that the treading waters have stopped trading. I'm not sure why. They just like
Strange.
one day that was it. The boat stopped flowing.
That's real odd.
Yeah,
They're obsessed with coin.
not anymore. Apparently, they wear this new Peladas thing,
Oh.
and they come round and try to convince people to go up to Dar to do whatever
Oh.
they do up there.
You do not want to go to Dar.
Well, obviously not. I don't, I'm actually thinking of packing it in and going back to Silot. It's getting a bit dodgy up here. Word has it, now I didn't tell you this, word has it that in Dar there's a huge temple to Peladas, and they take people in there and they're never seen again.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what I heard. Now you didn't hear it from me though. I
No,
didn't tell you that.
no. So they're never seen of again.
No, never seen again. Although, it has been said that Dar is being cleaned out of temples.
Ooh.
Like,
What?
there was some incident where, there was a pub up there, was run by like an information broker type of dude. Completely
Oh, I think
wasted.
I'd heard of him.
Yeah, he got killed.
Quite a slimy man.
The whole like tavern went up in flames. There was a demon. It was just mental. But
That's
when the demon disappeared, it seemed these Peladas people took the credit for that, and they're saying that theirs is the only true God. So therefore, they're converting everybody in Dar to the worship of Peladas. It's
They're all
getting a bit
bit
weird.
aren't they?
Yeah.
We're just
I mean,
leaving a trail of chaos wherever we go, aren't we?
exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing of any of this was to do with us. Ever.
The monster.
Yeah,
No.
She's leaving a trail of hair, as we've established.
Hands up who's trying to think of a way to get the bounty for the monster without killing Bridris.
Oh, my brain was already
Why?
thinking.
Why
of
do you
that
think I
before
asked
it was
if you had to
Let's
kill
get to
it?
it.
Yeah, well, still.
I was thinking, would it be too cheeky to try and get credit for killing a monster that we know who it is?
I'm sitting there thinking, would my paints make a believable version of Bridris's head?
And I'm too tired to realise that it was Bridris.
I'm just going to point out all this has happened before in a documentary called Dragonheart, and it didn't work out for them either.
Yeah, Dragonheart just gives me flashbacks. Dragonheart wine and all the things that came with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'll just got to go nip out, but get some more breakfast beers for you guys. So another breakfast
Thank you very
cider.
much.
So that'll be lovely.
What's your name? Sorry. Name.
My name,
Yeah.
Glorum.
Dora.
Glorum.
Dora. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's short for. You know what? It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Dora. I'm Gus.
Pleased to meet you, Gus. I like you. You're my favourite.
This is my cousin, Yorick.
Brother, cousin.
Yes, we are just cousins.
But we feel like we're brothers.
Yeah, but if you say it like that, it feels like incest or something.
Oh.
I mean, whatever you folks want to do beyond your beards is your own business. So.
No, we're just cousins, but we grew up together.
Okay, you do whatever you want to do. That's fine. This is Dornham. We're very relaxed.
Well, if you're talking about Gus, he wants to do a dragon, so...
Are you saying that in character?
No.
Oh, okay.
Disregarding that last bit of conversation, how on the level does this guy seem?
Here we go. Insight.
Did he an insight check? No. That's so
He's not saying anything for 10 minutes, so he's going to start.
You know what? I should have offered for Fiddy to insight check my hand earlier.
Non-natural 20.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, this guy seems on the level. You get the idea that he's a proprietor here. He's interested to speak to new people. He likes a bit of a gossip. Yeah, everything he's saying is genuine. He's got no reason to lie to you or deceive you.
And I think just giving him a 200 gold ruby has helped as well.
That has helped to put him on side, yep.
Either that or, he's making plans to mug us later.
I mean, that could be a thing as well. Who knows?
Yeah, that's not going to go down well, is it?
Yeah.
We'll just sick the monster on him.
What? Yeah. She's
will
the one that's
general
reliably killed and frightened people the most recently.
Yeah.
Set the Madamster on her.
Yeah.
So, Glorum disappears back into the inn to get more breakfast beers and cider.
I do here. It's good, isn't it?
So, can we go back into the house like we were about to hunt the monster? Gus, you summon Bridris, and then we all chase her out the house and, I don't know, kill her? But she doesn't really die, so it's fine, but then she'll just disappear.
I feel
And
like
everyone will think...
They want evidence. They're gonna...
Yeah, but that's why we chase her out and do it in public, so it looks like we did it, and she just disappeared.
but-
That's not our fault. Crazy monsters, right?
You missed the part where the barman said that the creature's head is required. I think Bidris might object to having her head chopped off.
Well, I think we should ask her first.
You can summon animals. Can you summon something that looks a bit like Bridris?
No.
I could try painting her skull with my magical paints.
Right.
The stuff they make tend to be made of bone. So
Could we
Right,
actually find a dragon and just kill that? No, we shouldn't.
no.
Yeah,
we
that's an
We really
excellent
shouldn't do
plan,
that.
given that we just made peace with them.
Yeah, I know. I'm just spitballing here.
Why don't we just use those paints to paint a dragon's skull.
That's what I suggested.
Not the whole thing, as in just the bones, and we can say that the skin kind of vaporized off as it was killed.
Gus, you have a very weird tingly feeling in your brain.
Huh?
And there's a voice.
Is he trying to think again?
No idea.
There's a voice. Right, Gus. Just to let you know that it's wait, no, I can't. No, I.
Bridges, is that you?
And the voice disappears.
No, because Bridges would never call you Gus.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And it
but I
wasn't.
don't-
It wasn't Bridges' voice.
Oh, right, okay.
Give me a quick, very quick insight check.
Insight check.
One of the family.
15.
15. It's
It's not bad. -1.
Delamar's voice.
Yeah, I was going to say
Oh.
Delamar.
Del. Okay.
So
Is he blushing?
I don't know. Is he?
Not yet, no. He's a
A
bit
few
more
minutes go past, and right. Sorry, Gus. It's Delamar.
Oh, hello.
I needed to tell you that the fires are moving and the lava is. But it cuts off.
Weird.
And then, oh, sorry, I ran out of words again. But never mind. What I was gonna say is that the right. No, I've got it this time. So the fire underground is moving. That's it. You don't get any more.
Best useless spell I've ever seen.
I've just got a message from Del, and she said that got to give us a message saying the fires underground are moving and the lava's doing something as well, but she didn't get to finish the message.
That's very
I don't know what it means, but that's what she said.
descriptive.
The fires underground are moving, and the lava is bleh.
Does the lava often move in your city?
Lava kind of always moves.
Grows, doesn't it? Yeah.
Significantly enough for Delamar to comment on. I don't think she'd be commenting on this if it was a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
Would
This isn't
Sakurai have any knowledge of previous events of that sort of thing?
Make a history check.
I've still got 112 intelligence, right?
No. Unfortunately not.
Nice try though.
To be fair, even with all my buffs, I still only got to 19. 20 for 18.
Okay. So you seem to recall something about really, really ancient texts somewhere that you were told weren't important at all. And of course, because you were told they weren't important, you wanted to read them. And you seem to recall that the lava flows originally under the mountains flowed out to the north. And Reorx decreed that they would move in a different direction in a sort of circular pattern in the Circle Mountains to fire the forges and heat the city and just generally look after the dwarves. But that's kind of all you remember.
Yeah, so there was this one time where the best god Reorx just redirected some lava to keep it in the mountains so we could use it for our forges. But I don't know, maybe they're like What if that
Perhaps the
was
god.
undoing and they were starting to move back where they originally were?
Perhaps the god who has a strong connection to lava and fire is taking a revenge for our friend in the house.
Who's that then?
My mother.
Your mother. I thought your mother was. Oh, I don't know.
Which one was that again? See,
your brother, wife, and the rest of them.
See, Gus, if you wanted an example of an incestuous family, you got to look at Florian's family.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's all sister mothers and brother wives there, isn't it?
I don't want to say her name, Gus, but
Oh, right. Okay.
the one that was quite mad in that temple where friends hurt himself.
Oh yeah, he was delightful.
Right.
It's highly possible that it's her doing this.
So it looks like we might have pissed off a few gods then.
I would say that we've annoyed more than a few. And we seem to keep annoying more of them.
I'm sure Reox will put it back, though. He did it once.
It might be worth you checking in with him if you can.
Yeah. But I had another idea.
What's that?
Right.
Because you know I can make stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually.
There are shut up. There are loads of bones down there, isn't there?
Yep.
I could basically just magic those bones into the shape of a skeleton of Bridris. With my craft. And then we could just carry it out and be like, we slayed the dragon. We'd just be like that.
No, don't
Wonder if-
call it a monster.
Just call it a monster, sorry.
Dragon's a bad name. And we want to make it look not completely like a dragon. Just
Yeah.
like
I mean,
Right.
you could make it look like one of them demon fellas from that we met.
Do we know that none of them have actually seen what the monster looks like? Because
No, that's that.
But you need to make sure, Gus, that Bridges doesn't return there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've already
that'd
told
Going to a giveaway.
Yeah,
I could help you out, Yarick, with my paints.
I mean,
Try to
Nice.
get
Yeah, you can make like a model for me to follow.
Yeah. I could paint Bridris. We can work with that.
like one
I
of
do
your
also
French
have
girls.
something I'd like you to make for me at some point.
Hmm?
Do with a holy symbol for Remora.
Right. Oh, I've never made a holy symbol for another god before.
your fingers might melt.
I know.
Will be
I-
useful for casting the spell, so
I-
it needs to be have a bit of money put behind it. So
I'm not saying that Mr. Yorick's craft won't be good enough, but if it's going to be a holy symbol that's going to be your connection to Remora, maybe you should be the one to make it, because that's part of your devotion. I mean, I made
that's very
this.
true. More
It's sort of
occasion.
tense though, because like I would definitely make my own because my craft is sort of my connection with Reox, but I don't think that's quite the same with you and Remora. Like your connection's built on other things.
But
Perhaps you could find a piece of bone that speaks to you down there, which you could carve into your own symbol.
But I mean, your own selection of your symbol with your connection to your chosen patron is the way. I mean, Mr. Yours is your craft, and you crafted your symbol in that way. Mine's made of sort of steel, and mine's my own connection to shine. So it's made of a material that my craft isn't as refined as maybe yours is, but it's also that's an act of devotion on my part. So if Miss Melissa selects something, I mean, you could probably guide her and help her to with the actual making of it, but I think that the actual work of making it should be done by her own hands, and that's just my opinion. I mean, feel free to tell me to shut up, but
I mean, we all have one. Mine is a star shard, which, if you hold it up to the light, shows certain constellations.
I mean, for the magic that he's given me, it's all done through the south, so I don't know. But I'm more referring to the fact that the a spell that I picked up requires a material component that's worth like 400 gold.
Yep.
But I've got something in my head on what I'm going to do.
I mean, you could just, bedazzle a playing card.
Yeah, skull and bedazzle it in
It's
diamonds.
literally what it
I'm
is.
sure the
It's
dwarves can lend
playing
you 'em.
cards
You're going to
depicting an avatar of death.
All you need is a skull and a couple of 200 gold rubies in each one in each eye socket. You're sorted.
My only question is whether or not tricking these people with a fake skull is the right thing to do.
Okay, because we don't really need the money, but we could go down there, like we're going to fight the beast, and then we can just do a bit of crafting and make a reasonable looking skeleton, take it out and be like, look, we've sorted it for you, no charge,
No need for
and then just stroll out of town, be like, just
Or-
here.
Or we could say no charge, but take the money and give it to an orphanage for the little kiddies.
Why are we doing this if we're not getting paid?
To
Me
allow
and
the people
Legend.
of this town to be able to sleep at night without having to worry about their fears of Bridris.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but that doesn't directly affect us, though, does it?
No, but
We're correcting a mistake that we've made.
Okay, but we might as well get paid for that if we're doing it.
Predator, what if we became part of like the folklore of this town for like 1,000 years?
I
Because
mean,
we strolled in, slayed the beast, fixed all their problems, and then just walked off without charging them for it.
yeah, it's that last bit I have a problem with. I mean, I'm quite up for being a folklore hero.
No,
I mean,
Gold, you
it's
just
temporary.
have dwarves.
it's up to you, but we need to stop pissing away our gold.
I mean,
Are we?
Well, we can take your armor, I suppose, and sell that. I don't understand why you're giving up free gold, but my moral compass is obviously much more attuned than yours.
We're much more out of whack, mate.
Yeah, I put the safety of these people over gold any time.
also,
We can do both.
I think that we need to keep a bit more of a tight control on Bridges' behaviour, because Shine told her off, and then it seems like she's continued to be naughty.
She's a growing dragon. We just need to sort of redirect her energy.
Yeah, she needs. I think what the problem is she needs somewhere to feel like she's at home, somewhere that feels good, and that's what she found down there.
Right, so more breakfast beers then, yes?
Oh
Talk
yeah,
to you
thank
about
you.
the other
It's
side of-
wonderful.
Cheers.
Thank you very
Grimble.
much.
No problem. So, how are you feeling about this monster hunting then?
I think we're going to go down after breakfast.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I mean, I'll hold out my hand and just kind of, instead of it suddenly appearing, just let the scythe just slowly materialize into my hand.
That's
You're
clever.
Pretty powerful. I'll just let it vanish.
Oh, well, I should warn you, right? Nobody who goes down there with the intention of fighting the monster has come back up. Apart from some people who went down there and there was nothing there. Place was completely empty, apparently. So they come back
That's
up,
strange.
called us liars, and fucked off. So, my advice to you is be very careful. Sorry. That voice is killing me.
Is there anyone who's seen the monster and then just like left or run away?
Not as far as I know. I mean, I suppose they could have run out of town straight away.
Right.
But nah. I don't think so.
So you don't have a description of the creature?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Horrible big thing with teeth. It's about the best we've got.
Right.
There were screams.
Yep, it seems quite normal for big horrible monster.
Yeah.
And the group that found nothing, when was this? How long ago did they come by here?
A couple of weeks ago. They came through, said, we'll fight the monster. Went down, came back up, said, that's just where you store your bones, right? And then they went off. We were like, but the monster, right? And then, right,
Was it
we sent a couple of guards down to check, and they never came back. But there were screams again. So either the monster had just, gone for a piss or something, I don't know, or the monster had vanished or something, or these people were just in cahoots with the monster.
I see.
Or maybe the monster was hanging from the ceiling and they didn't see it.
That's good. I like that. Could be.
We saw a monster like that not long ago that was hanging from the ceiling.
Did
Then
ya?
it dropped on us and attacked us, and we killed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. We kill so many monsters though, don't we, Gus? It's hard to
I
keep.
mean, you sound like the perfect people to go and sort of solve the problem.
I think so. I think we're professional monster hunters, so I think
No,
that's what we should do.
I definitely think this is a problem we can solve.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell you what, I'll send a runner over to the mayor's office, and if you come back, when you come back, because obviously you're very confident, when you come back, he'll be waiting in here for you to give you your reward and hail you as heroes of the city of Dornham.
Just make sure there's a row of beers waiting for us when we get back, because it's thirsty work, monster hunting.
As soon as you come out of that building, row of beers it is. Well, as long as you've got the head of the monster, obviously, because,
Of course.
you can't give free beers away just because you came out of a doorway. It's just not how the pub works, is it? So, anyway, got a rush. And you see him walk away. He stops to talk to a couple of people on a different table. And you see Celeste, you see some gold changing hands.
I think they're betting on whether or not we're going to come back alive.
I would.
Do you think we could get
You
in on
want
that
to place a
action?
large bet on us?
I'm going to look over at that table, and if any of them kind of look over at us, at that point I'm going to kind of cast False Life on myself. Kind of doing the incantation to cast a buff on myself.
Okay.
Just kind of give the sense of, I look like I know what I'm doing, to try and encourage
Make a performance check.
beneficial betting for them.
Or a... Yeah, no, it'd be a performance check.
25.
25. Yeah, absolutely. You sort of, as they're sort of talking to Glorum, and then the couple of them sort of look across at you lot on the table, and you explain to me how you do this to seem powerful.
I kind of resummon the side and just kind of draw my finger down it and kind of draw the magic out and then place it into my chest. So kind of as though I'm like reinforcing myself with my magic.
Nice. A couple of them sort of nudge each other. So,
Right. Once we finish these drinks, shall we give it a go?
I think so. We've got to make some reparation here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, drinks finished. You step through the interior of the inn out to the square. Do you go directly straight to the house or not?
Yeah, walk across. I presume the guards are still there, so we'll just say to them, we're going to go in and sort this monster business out for you.
There's a couple of tieflings sort of look at you and go, okay. They're slightly more confident in the daytime shift than the guards were in the nighttime shift. Go, yeah, okay, yeah, good luck, yep.
Is there a gate or something to go through? Just got to kick the wall down.
Well, don't kick it down. Well, you could just climb over, couldn't you?
Look at the size of me. How am I going to get over that thing?
But kick it down? Why would you kick it down?
Well, you're not going to need it anymore, are you?
Okay, all right, little beardy boy. What we'll do then is we'll take some of these planks off so you can squeeze your, frankly, quite large arse through the fence.
Hey, it's muscle, mate.
Yeah, on the backside. Yeah, that's muscle, isn't it? Yeah.
So
Gluteus dwarfius.
Excuse me, sir. So you're going to insult him, but are you actually going to be, brave enough to go down there yourself? Or
I'm
you
not
just
stupid
gonna
enough to
stand
go
here
down there.
licking the bed?
No way. I'm not going down there. You're all mad. He pulls some planks off. There you go. Enjoy.
Bloody people are bloody rude.
I know, they're just... Come on.
Let's go.
After the last of you go down, you can hear them putting the fence panel back. Doom, 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 doom. So basically nailing you in. And you enter the house. You go down into the cavern, yeah?
Shut the door behind us to make sure it's shut solidly. Make sure we're not disturbed. And head down and avoid the step that we trapped last time.
Okay, easily done. So you get back down into the, frankly, piles and piles of bones. What are you doing? What's the plan? Tell you what.
Bridge is the first question.
She's not currently, no.
Good. Okay.
Tell you what, we'll have a little break, and then you can formulate your plan in the break, and you can come back if we can do it. So, we'll be back after these sponsorship messages that we don't have, and never probably will do, because, we've got like one viewer. But we don't care. We love that viewer. You are the best viewer we've ever had. So, yeah, we love you. We'll be right back after this break. I may have to get a new voice box. So,
Problem is, your NPCs are just too good.
sorry. Right, break time. welcome back. We are here once more to pick it up as the gang investigate the lair of the monster that they already know is Bridris.
It's not fair to call her a monster. She's just a teenager.
This is true.
Anthony.
I stand by the word monster.
Same difference, you can argue.
So, you get yourself down into the lair proper, and yeah, what's your plan? Tell me of your decisions. What's going on? What's happening?
Right. So, Yara, you...
We're going to be scuttling around picking up bones and just making a pile of them.
Okay.
How big shall I make it? Shall I make it? Well, I'll make it sort of realistic to Bridris's.
No, bigger.
Bit bigger.
Yeah, well, we don't want it to look like a dragon because, you know, the war with the dragons is over, and if the real dragon turns up, they'll go, "Oh no, it looks like that monster. We have to kill it." Or one of the other beasties that we killed.
Why don't we make it look like one of those bone monsters? What was in hell?
Make it look a lot more like a devil. Here,
Yep.
I'll give you some help. I'm gonna assist Yorick in the construction of this.
Okay. I would like. I know you're using your construction feat, which is fine, but you're trying to create a realistic monster
Head.
with the intention of showing it to people and going, look, we've killed something. So I'm going to need a performance check from the pair of you.
Yorick is doing an art attack.
You can either roll separately or give one of you advantage. And I also want some further details as to how you're going to make this real. Because, yeah, using the paints to paint the skin on and paint eyeballs and stuff is fine. How are you going to make it look as though you've been in a fight with this thing?
Well, I'm going to take one of my crossbow bolts and I'm going to stick it through its eye socket.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And maybe we could sort of like, someone could fire some magic at it so it looks a bit singed and smoky and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
In fact, what I'll do is we'll model the neck a little bit out, and with my scythe, I'll then have it though I've cut the head free
Okay.
of the body.
And I trying to think of the word. Dispute, let's say. I don't want to do it as a performance check. That is a
Okay.
charisma based roll, and I'm doing a craft.
Okay.
That's my
Tell me what you would rather roll.
yeah, I don't really have a sort of crafting check.
Let's have a
What?
look.
Yeah, what would that really sort of?
I mean, normally I would do a sort of performance check because you're performing your craft
The
or
art,
performing
yeah.
an art.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
Kuz could say you could add your proficiency bonus to it
but,
in this regard, but I don't know.
No, it's still not going to be able to go well. What
Yeah.
I would say,
yeah, I think it's fair. Once we present this, we go, "Hey, we killed this." That's more of a performance check, but this is
yeah, okay. Well, give me a straight wisdom roll then
okay.
to use your craft to
I can do
create
that.
this thing.
Right.
Melissa, performance check, please, to
Yeah, I'll
make
do
it
performance
look
because
as
I'm doing the
though-
more artistic
Yeah.
end
Yeah.
of it.
I'll say because. Is anybody else helping with this?
Yeah, so
I
what I
know
would
you
say,
are, Gus.
yeah, but no, what also I say is, if we're going to make it realistic, we need to use the bones for the skull, make some teeth into teeth, and collect up all the horns and mold them into big spiky horns on top of it or something, make it look really horrible. So it looks like real stuff.
Yeah, that's all good ideas. Anyone else got any thoughts on what we can add or not add? You know, maybe less is more in this case.
I think we should rough a few people up. Maybe, I don't know, Florian and...
I was about
Yes.
to say I can go around and punch a few people to give us some battle scars.
That sounds good.
Make sure you use the right hand.
The right hand or the right hand?
Oh, I don't know.
If anyone's going to hurt me, which I'm fine with, by the way, just do it after I finish doing this.
Yeah.
Don't impair me.
You want my...
But don't forget, we could also say we've got best healers in the world with us who healed us all up. We don't have to be actually wounded. We just need to maybe look a bit rough.
We do have Ferenz, Celeste, and Yorick.
Yorik's not
Me?
in there.
So, Yorick, what did you get for your...
I'm going to use my inspiration on that because that
Okay.
was.
Is it too late for guidance? Sorry, I was typing, so.
you can give guidance if you wish.
Who are you giving
People.
it to?
I'm giving it to Yorick, because he's the one creating it.
3 on the D4. Second roll. Another 2.
Oh my
You bastard!
Oh, does he get advantage because I'm helping him?
Thought he already got advantage.
I
Oh,
will...
because of the
Inspiration
yeah.
is an advantage, but it's...
I will say, because Gus is helping you to try and make an artistic impression of the monster, artistic input, so we say, and Florian is going around to go and beat people up. That doesn't
Well,
really
I can't
help.
really be included in this because
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
beating people up.
All right, Gus will give you advantage. Go on, one more roll, and then that's it. If you roll another 2, that's it. That's final.
What do you get?
Natural one.
What's your roll?
A third 2.
Oh my god!
God.
Alright, that's it.
I can't give you any more. That's what's the total? So there's 5 plus.
Yeah, 5 with the D4 plus 4 for 9.
9.
Didn't even break 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
3
Okay.
2s.
I haven't rolled
That
my
is
performance check
special.
yet.
So, performance check.
It's not a natural 20, but it is 19 for 27.
27. Okay.
He's saving my butt here. Total of
So,
36. Pretty good.
The outer skin, eyes, general fleshy parts, and the line of the scythe look really good. Question is, when you move it with
Does
it
he
up
have the
together,
structural integrity?
that's the only thing I will say at the minute, that Yorick, you're a bit concerned if you move this thing, because you've added so much, all these horns, and made it big on Gus's, recommendations, that it might not fit out the door, and B, might fall apart once it gets there. So,
well, I don't know that, so I'm going to take a crossbow bolt and I'm going to jam it in its eye socket.
okay.
I said I was going to do it.
Yeah.
So,
Just make an attack roll.
okay, that'll be an unarmed strike, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's 22 to hit.
That definitely hits. What's your damage on an unarmed strike?
3 points.
Okay, that's fine.
If anyone's interested in the maths, 8,000 to 1 of rolling the same number 3 times.
Wow.
It's pretty good. If you were
Almost
wanting
only-
it to.
Only a god could do that. Or an avatar of a god.
The god of
It's not a
craft.
very good one, though, if he's not getting a 20 rather than a 2.
He's probably drunk.
Could be. You did have quite a lot of breakfast beers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sorry,
no,
before
you
you
go
go,
ahead.
is there like any charcoal or anything in this den?
You what?
There's some blackened bones from obviously obvious lightning strikes.
With my wouldn't say limited, but with my knowledge, with my herbalism kit and everything, it obviously allows me to create potions and stuff.
Yeah.
Do I think that I could potentially scrap together some like charcoaly type things and that, and potentially like make a somewhat of a glue for this skull shape?
Well, the thing is, you don't know it's falling apart, though, do you? It looks fine.
Oh, it looks great.
Oh, it looks fine. It
Because
just,
Melissa's
right,
put
okay.
the cover of skin and it was the bones that the structurally dodgy part.
It's
Right.
a picture of it.
Okay. So I thought it just may have looked.
No, it looks great.
Yeah.
Because Melissa got a 27. So,
Okay.
Somebody would use fun of it.
It's a bone devil, and it's just made up of bones. There you go.
Okay. So, anything else happening whilst we're down here?
Yeah. So I'll just go around a few people and give them a bit of a slap, few bruises, and
Okay.
me being me and being quite close to this monster whilst in fight, I am going to put a couple of puncture wounds in myself.
What was that?
With my short sword.
You're going to voluntarily stab yourself?
To make it look like puncture wounds from this thing's teeth.
Okay. Fine. Okay, so I mean, I'm not going to have you roll an attack on yourself. That's ridiculous. What I will do though is have you roll. I mean, you kind of know your own body, but roll me. How many doing? 2?
I'll try and make it so like, yeah, if
So it's
there's
sort
like
of
a
a
couple
bite.
of teeth on these things,
okay.
then like not the whole jaw obviously, but
Yeah.
like as if I'm a
Okay.
monk, I get up close, it's caught me
All
a
right.
little bit.
Make me a couple of con saves. 2 con saves, please.
So con saves. First one's 11
Okay.
and the second one is 18.
18. Okay. So the first puncture wound, you sort of go, you're just not. You're like, oh, don't want to do it. And you sort of look up. Who gives you the inspiration to actually put a puncture wound in you?
Trellador.
Can I go
I
up to him
look
and say, "Do you want me to do it for you?"
And just instantly, yeah,
And you go, nope.
I'm a big
stab.
brave boy. Yeah.
So yeah,
If
You've
I
got-
get blood on me, I'll just flick it off.
Okay. So
Right,
what's the base damage on your short sword? 1d10 plus 4. Okay, roll that for me.
I'll roll 2d10 then.
Yeah, go on then.
D10s, where are you?
Short
one.
or the D6s.
Nope. Not
Nope,
for me.
D10. Because
okay.
it's
I get to add my
Monk.
dex to all of my martial
I'm
weapons.
not shit.
Which I saw that. My quarterstaff should be higher because that's a monk weapon. I don't know why it isn't. Ah, lovely. So that's 14 from the 2 rolls, plus
that's 8.
8.
That's
So
22 points of
22.
damage.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Who are you hitting?
everyone who will allow me to hit them to like a bruise or a scrape here and there, as if they've been in battle.
No, not me. Fuck no.
Not
No.
me.
Oh.
Although, as he tries, I'll scrape some of his blood off and put it.
Oh
across
no,
my-
I'm not trying. I'm only doing it if you allow me to.
Yeah, but as you're asking me for it, what I'll do is I'll reach up and slap some of the blood that you've from your puncture wounds and just put it across my face.
Okay.
There you go.
Anybody
Now-
actually allowing Florian to hit
I
them?
will.
So Ferenz and Yorick.
Okay. I'm obviously not doing this in a absolute punishing way, but
But still, an attack roll for each, please.
yeah. So the first one is 25.
Who was that to? Ferenz, yep. That hits.
And the second one is it's only 21.
Does that hit
That
Milton?
does not hit me.
There we go.
I mean, he's allowing it.
But I was allowing it.
Yeah, if you allow it.
Okay, if you allow it, and you just sort of like go here because where my armor doesn't reach. Roll damage for both of those.
Okay.
I love the fact that you guys are beating yourselves up. It's baffling.
So
Well, I'm going with the logic that, Bruce is obviously on fur anyway, so.
it's probably the highest I'll ever roll with these. So it's 16 points of damage to Ferenz and 17 points of damage to Yorick,
mean,
because I rolled a
you
9
make-
and a 10.
Making it realistic.
And that's what I'm kind of like hoping for, to make it look like we've actually, it's not like we can go out there pristine and
Cool. Okay.
Right. So what we need to do now is make a fight. It's like we've just come down here. There's been no noise. We talked about people screaming and noises before, so they can hear. So what we need to do is have like a pretend fight and have explosions going off and stuff, normal stuff. We go around smacking the bones with swords and
Ooh, 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 ooh.
what?
You want an explosion?
Yeah,
I can do explosions.
As
Uh,
you say that, there is a massive explosion and crackle of lightning. There's a pile of bones just explodes with lightning. Right, so what are we doing then?
Was that Bridges, was it?
Yep.
Bridges,
Hello.
I told you not to come back here.
Well, you were here, so I thought it would be all right. Like, you know what I mean?
Not all right,
What?
right? Killed all these people.
Yeah, but they was
Right.
baddies.
Shine told you not to do it, didn't she? They.
Well, yeah, but like the baddies didn't stop. So
No. Excuses, you've got to accept responsibility. Because of you, this whole city is terrified to come here, and we're trying to clear up the mess. So now
Oh.
you go back to your safe place and stay there till I call you, and then we'll talk about this afterwards.
Oh, all right, Mum. Okay. Bridget sort of gets all small
Now we know the true monster among us.
and just goes disappears.
Right.
Never heard you get stern with her like that.
Well, I didn't look at all these bodies down here, and she lied to me about it. That's what hurts. I'm really disappointed with her.
Fair enough. Okay, so are we doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to go around smacking piles of bones with a sword and screaming.
Wait. I can make big explosion. Watch this. Everybody stand over there, please.
All right.
I'm gonna go. Fireball!
Okay. So this is a fairly large cavern, but are you actually casting fireball?
Yes.
Okay.
you didn't ask how big the room was.
Hey, they asked for an explosion. I
They did.
do explosions.
They did. Okay. So what's the radius?
20 feet.
20 feet. Gonna have to ask you all to do a deck save.
Oh yeah.
You guys are nuts.
I'm assuming I can see this. So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a massive fireball about to happen.
I
What's-
backed away.
What's the save for Eds?
18.
18. Okay. So
I
that's what you got
failed.
hit. You start rolling your damage. And I'll go around the room. Celeste.
That is a lot of twos.
Hang on, still rolling. Yeah, 12.
12, you fail.
At least we look realistic, so we'll all look a bit singed.
You will, indeed. Florian,
31.
31. You succeed. Gus,
14.
you fail.
Yeah.
Melissa,
15.
you fail. Miet,
30-20.
you succeed. Trelador,
18.
you succeed. And Yorick.
I didn't roll a 2, but it was a 3. For 4.
Oh, you're getting
You
better.
fail. Ferenz, you are also in the blast radius,
Yeah, that's cool.
so you need to roll a dex check as well.
Yep, cool.
So,
In fairness,
hands
I'm
up
not
if you
going
failed.
to- in fairness, I'm not going to, because in the end of the day, he will absolutely fail because he's just cast a spell.
Fair enough. So yeah, hands up if you failed. Okay, cool.
Resistant to fire, so we get half damage anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the damage then?
I seem to have caught Martin's disease. I have rolled a lot of 2s.
That's handy.
Oh no!
I rolled 8d6, and I rolled 6 2s, a 5 and a 4.
Now, as a DM, I think I'm going to allow you to re-roll all of those 2s. No. No.
Oh, and I really don't want to add this, but I've got to add this. I have Elemental Adept Fire.
Right.
So
So
anybody that's
resistance is useless.
resistant
Resistance
is
is
no
the
longer
dark.
resistant.
Right.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so what's
yeah,
that? 21?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
Yeah, 21.
16. Yeah, 21.
21. Okay.
24.
So everybody who failed takes 21 points of damage. And everybody who succeeded takes 10.
Not everyone. I use evasion.
And you
Oops.
succeeded, so you take nothing.
And I have the ring of fire resistance, so is that halved again?
You would have evasion as well.
You
No, fire resistance is wiped out because it
Yeah.
never left.
Miet would have
yeah,
fire.
there's no
evasion.
resistance from Ferentz's fire.
Have you got
unfortunately.
Rogue above
As a
level
rogue,
7?
you should have.
Evasion means if you pass, you take nothing, and if you fail, you take half.
No.
Good day.
If you have
Good.
seven or more levels.
I know,
of rogue,
there's
you have
uncanny dodge, which
Yeah.
halves
No,
it.
not.
No, you have
not-
evasion. It's on your features and traits.
Come on,
Just
D&D
underneath
Beyond.
uncanny dodge. And just above supreme sneak. So you succeeded, didn't you? So you take no damage.
Sweet.
So
I'm a little bit singed. So
Yes.
I was just running around in piles of with my sword, shouting and screaming, making a hell of a noise.
Is the skull that me and Yorick made intact after that?
that's a
Oh,
very
good point.
good question.
Oh no.
As well.
Okay, so I'm a roll. Can I roll from here?
I emulated my dwarven mentors and I acted.
Indeed,
a very-
you can. Can I
That's
roll?
so righteous.
We were asked for explosions, and I'm learning from dwarves.
We got explosions.
Okay.
The mistake he made there was learning from dwarves.
So, I wish to roll a d20. I'm going to roll it as I'm on Miet's character sheet. I'll roll it there because I'm not sure how to roll it otherwise on D&D Beyond. So,
If you use up Miet's natural 20 for this session, I'll be very annoyed.
okay.
Okay.
So, I would like Yorick and Melissa to roll, both of you, and we will take the lower of the two.
There's going to be a 2 then.
Oh,
What you
what
got
you
beat
do?
is a 4.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Is it a 3?
Right, what
What
do you
you
got?
do?
A 4.
20.
20.
Natural 20.
And
Told you.
Melissa?
9.
So you got a 9.
Confirmed.
Yay! Thank you, Kim.
Hello.
Hey, Kim. Okay, we're eating
Oh, is
Martin's brain. Okay, so yes, the monster as you've created seems to be undamaged by the fire.
No damage at all. Not
No
even
damage
singed.
at all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there was a natural 20 there, so I kind of have to honour that.
Right then.
So,
You think that's enough fighting going on?
Yeah.
For me!
I
Shout out.
wasn't expecting that.
Always expect the unexpected.
Gonna let off a couple of Eldritch Blasts into the spare piles of bone.
sure, yeah, not a problem.
I
You
feel
know
like
what would be a good idea if just before we go out, I'll blow the door off with my lightning,
I feel like
right? And then we can come out and say we've just killed it.
I should apologise, but that was quite epic.
It was rather epic. I
A
like
little bit more warning in
apologise.
future would be nice.
Well, I was asked for explosions, and I can do explosions, and I didn't expect that to.
You surely can do explosions. That was a really good one.
Nothing wrong with it. Added fire.
Yeah, got a bit of a suntan now.
Right, yeah. I'll patch you all up in a bit. I'm sorry about
That's all right. We can when we get up top side, we can have a healing session to show how badly we were hurt and stuff. That's a good idea.
Good thinking, Mr. Gus.
I told you. Well, you know I'm the brains of the operation, aren't I?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right. Have you got a tickly throat?
Okay, so your plan for getting the monster out, up the stairs and out of the building.
Some strong people to carry it.
Who's carrying the monster?
Not me. I'm not strong.
I'll carry, and then I'll help carry, and then I don't have to talk, and I don't have to associate with this plan.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay, so between Trelador and Yorick, quick strength check. It's not going to be too difficult, although this is quite unwieldy.
If they're going up the stairs and sort of like, I won't be doing much lifting because I'm not very strong, but I'll be the person supervising.
Okay.
Natural 20 for 24.
Okay.
And 17 for me.
Nice. So yeah, not a problem with Gus. Sort of, not really helping, but in front, just sort of kicking bones out of the way, which narrowly miss you as they come flying back down the stairs.
He's
helping.
He's the person walking around the office with a clipboard and a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
He's the senior.
Okay. So, as you get
When
out,
when we get near to the top,
yeah,
I want to do my lightning breath at the door to try and blow the door off its hinges.
make an attack roll against the door with your lightning breath.
Well, it's actually a saving throw. It's a
Saving
dexterity saving throw.
It's a
which I
door doors
door
don't
can't-
make dex saving throws. It hits. Roll
Yeah,
Yeah, but
damage.
we've been stuck with doors before.
You have, yes.
They're not.
I love that. I love that from DMs. An inanimate object. It's a door.
31 points of lightning
31
damage.
points of lightning damage. Okay, cool. So anybody outside would hear all these sort of muffled screaming and swearing and bones being kicked around, and then all of a sudden there's just this massive as just the door splinters with lightning coming out of the doorway. It's just, this door just disintegrates, and then Gus is there.
And then you'll hear some cheering from inside, and then we'll go out.
Okay. So, you maneuver this object outside of the house. It just fits through the door. I rolled to see if it would, and it just fits through the door.
As
It's sort
we're
of
stepping outside,
down a little bit with the heads, with the big long
I assume the
horns on it.
guards are taking interest after the explosion.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's quite a crowd gathered.
I'm going to walk outside, unsummon the scythe, and just kind of dust my hands off. Right. I'll look to the guards. Did y'all get the mayor?
Yeah. One of them just sort of runs back across to the pub. So, they did it! Right, so the mayor and entourage come out, and you can see gold being exchanged. Various people were swearing, other people said, right, I would like a performance check from whoever's fronting this group. And normally I would give you advantage because you've got the creature that's behind you, but I would like Yorick to roll a d20.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
If it's
All
odd,
apart.
bits start to drop off. If it's even, it doesn't.
I think you need a third category of if it's a 2.
If it's a 2, it just
Two, it's even and we're good.
explodes.
I have rolled 2 natural 20s, but also 3 2s in a row.
Yes,
so
I know.
this could be anything. They're both even.
It'll be a number.
It's a 2!
Hey, really?
So,
Told ya. Reox told me.
Actually, that's probably something good if it explodes, because then
no,
they've seen
it doesn't explode. That was a joke.
The explosion made it better.
Yeah.
So, with it being even, Melissa, your performance check is straight roll to convince these people that you've killed the monster. It's not disadvantaged because it's all falling to pieces.
How much do I need to bribe you to let me do a persuasion check?
Are you going to say something to persuade them? Okay, yeah, you can do persuasion, but I want the words that you use after the roll.
After the roll. Okay, you're giving me more time to think about it.
Yep.
Can I guidance, or is that going to give it away?
It'll probably give it away
I would say not.
because
at
you,
this
you have
point.
to like do the thing to cast
Yeah,
it.
no.
Give it away, give it away, give it away.
Okay, that's reasonable. That's a 28 on persuasion.
28
16 plus
on
12.
persuasion. Okay. Let me roll for the
Right.
mayor, see if he's... Okay.
That was an interesting battle. Was not expecting that much lightning. But your beast is dead. It seemed to be some kind of hellish monster. Couldn't place where it was from. It's not one I've seen before. But hopefully no more will come to nest down there. And your town will be safe.
The mayor steps forward. She's a sort of... She's got like a sort of olive green skin, long sort of wavy, pinky purple hair, long tiefling horns that go almost sort of, they just got a couple of curves in, but they go straight up, giving her the illusion of 8 foot of tallness. She steps forward. So, you killed it. We thank you so much. This is amazing. You've done such a wonderful job. We will reward you, of course. I will get the bearers to bring the money. And get this fence taken down now. And you see guards just start pulling.
Please, we insist you use that money to rebuild what's been destroyed by this monster.
Well, that's very.
Make it into an orphanage for the little children.
That's incredibly generous of you. You are absolutely.
I mean, you can give us a small donation if you want.
What kind of who will be dedicating this orphanage to? What is the name of your group?
Reorcs. Dedicate it to Reorcs.
Trenador.
Right. Too many people speaking at once, please. And she points at Melissa. You seem to be in charge.
There's an opportunity for a fantastic joke here.
Can I pause? What are we calling ourselves here?
No, not us. Have the
Your
orphanage
decision.
dedicated to Pinterest. It is a joke only the party will get. In the world.
That's fucking amazing.
Okay, so Mia, if you don't have inspiration, you do now.
Sweet.
What was the name suggested? I didn't hear it.
Bridris.
Dedicate it to Bridris, yeah.
You should dedicate it to Grandmaster Bridris, our old mentor.
Grandmaster Bridris.
And
we can
long-held friend of ours.
Oh, fantastic.
Remora bless his soul.
And she starts writing this down. And I will take all of your names as well, so that we have a record of the heroes that were here and involved in the orphanage that will be henceforth known and dedicated to the Grandmaster Bridris.
Can I make a suggestion as well? That you fill in the cellar bit and the stairs and just get rid of it.
Yes, we will absolutely raise the building to the ground, fill in the whole thing and build from scratch. Using the money that you have allowed us to save.
And I'll go through.
Yeah.
Does anyone not want their name on this thing?
I want my name first.
Yeah, Florian doesn't want his name.
Yeah, I will relent and let Trelador's name be put first, and then I won't include Florian's.
Okay.
I think, like, our time traveling together, you'd probably know that I'd use like Jonathan.
Oh my god, what were our fake names back in when we were last here for the library?
Mine was Jonathan. I know that much.
Don't know.
But
no, my notebook doesn't go back that far. This one, see my other one.
That's a challenge for you, Natalie.
I'll just put down. I'll put down
600
Florian's
pages
fake
of
name.
notes.
That's
I'll
fine.
put down Florian's fake name and then
Okay.
go from there.
Okay, so she takes down the names of Tranador and is everybody else giving their real names apart from Jonathan?
Yeah, Fergus Scalebane and Yorick
Scalebane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't give my surname. It's just
Yeah,
Tranador.
I won't give mine either.
That's fine.
Just Melissa.
Like Beyonce.
I never give my surname. I've never given you my surname.
No.
Okay, so she takes all these names down and organises this. And she's, well, if you would repair to the inn, there will be a feast paid for by the city, and I believe the owner, Glorum, wanted to congratulate you personally.
Right.
Thank you very much. It would be nice to, and I'll kind of wipe a little bit of the soot off
Yes,
my
yes,
face.
of course. We don't have any healers as such, but a rest of
all right.
We're all right. We have our own.
I've got it covered. Don't worry.
We just need some food to eat and some drinks to
Yes,
wash it down.
And maybe some gold if you've got some spare.
well, we are now committed to using funds for the orphanage.
He was me.
Bridges.
Don't worry about him.
Oh, right. Yes. Very funny.
He's got a price.
one too many bonks to the head.
Ah, right. Perhaps some healing for him first, then perhaps. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll,
not
we'll
joking.
get that.
We'll
I
take
suppose-
Thank you very much.
And she goes to start making arrangements to get this place, and you can see guards are pulling the fence down and sort of starting to clear rubble out of the front.
I'll tap Trellador on the shoulder and just hold out a hand with a couple of rubies on it for him. Here you go. If you really want some gold, have them.
I don't. It's not. I personally don't want it. I just don't know why we keep doing things for free. You know.
No, for free. We got paid a lot of money. We just decided to give it to the little baby children so they could
We
be.
didn't get paid a lot of money. That's the issue.
Yeah, but
Don't
we did a good thing. So
I don't care. We're not a charity.
We didn't exactly do much, did we?
Well, I did quite a lot. I carried it up mainly on my own.
I got
You
burned.
expected to get paid hundreds of platinum for that.
Yes. Well, that was the deal. I mean,
So what exactly are we doing as a group?
I have no idea, but
That's a
I am
very
a
good
mercenary
question.
at heart, and mercenaries take money.
Okay, then why are you with us?
I don't know. I ask myself that every day.
It's because you like us and we're your friends.
No, we are acquaintances.
No, we're friends, and I'm going to go and give him a big hug.
I'll do that whole, when people go rigid when they
Yeah.
get hugged.
Well,
Just like,
it's Gus, so it's sort of round your waist.
Yep.
are you done?
I was tempted to do the same and then have one dwarf on each of them.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he's got the dwarves around the bottom, and he's basically going to have friends around the top.
It's like when
Everyone
kids
in.
hold onto your
Everyone
legs when
in.
you're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
so there's a big sort of
Just
cuddle
want Trellador
pile.
to hide.
Yeah. So Trellador's
I-
sort of
I-
walking with all these people sort of hugging him.
So tempted to rage, but then I'll probably get the thing that gives you damage and shit. But no.
Do it.
Character
It's got to the
growth.
point now where I think there's several towns where we'll always be welcome and possibly always have a place to stay and a place to eat.
Well, technically, I reckon that we will probably be able to drink free in most of these towns going forward. So, I mean, it might take a bit to get your gold that you want, Trellador, but
Not
I
with
reckon.
the dwarves.
As I said, it's not about the gold, it's about the principle.
Well, clearly it is
The
about the gold,
principle
or you
is
wouldn't
about
be,
doing a
or you
good
wouldn't be
thing.
whining about the lack of gold.
I'm not whining. I am
You
being
really are,
intelligent. whining.
Trellador.
Certainly seems like you are whining about the lack of gold and doing things for free.
If you want to play heroes, and get yourself killed for free. It's fine.
No,
But
we're not playing heroes. We are heroes.
it's just all
Yeah,
give. I give
oh.
and I give and I give, and I'm a very generous person. I give my time. I tolerate all of you, and sometimes I just want a little in return. All right.
That's offered you 2 rubies and that wasn't good enough for you.
No, it's the principle. I'm a very principled person, but we're going round in circles. I know I'm right. You can all shut up now.
Trellador. And I'm just gonna lock eye contact with you. Trellador, if you don't want to travel with us anymore, you're welcome to leave.
I am aware. I am
The
committed
only
to
thing
the job.
binding you to our group is your connection to Reorx, which doesn't strike me as the same faith that Yarick carries.
How
Technically,
dare
not-
you?
Your
I-
Not the only
attitude
thing.
drives me up the fucking wall.
How dare you question my loyalty to Reorx and his loyalty to me?
While this argument is going on,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to walk up to Trellador and catch up in a hearty, one of those things when someone puts their arm around you and pulls you in, type of thing, and pats him on the shoulder and go, and he is a member of my caravan.
Why are you all touching me?
Because we.
I'm
I will
not.
put my second arm around him. So now,
Let's go to get drunk now. Come on.
You seem to have a problem with me, Melissa. You've got a new
think I do.
attitude. I think I preferred your previous incarnation.
Well, in my previous incarnation, I was bending over backwards to make everyone happy.
Yeah. Well, that's what this group does, apparently.
Now I'm doing what I want to do to make the world a better place. To fix the
how-
wrongs that I've made.
How vomit-inducing. I hope it makes you happy.
It really does. It's given me a new lease on life.
Wonderful.
I don't feel trapped by the expectations of my family, by the expectations of people who hold power over me.
Don't talk about family like that. You have no idea what I'm through. And I'll just
I'm not sure
stalk
you
off.
do.
No, I'm not. That was the line. Gonna go and sulk in a corner.
I bet we go back to the forest and there's going to be a real mischievous gleam in Ferenzi's eye when he says this, and he's going to
No!
Freeze in place.
He froze! No!
basically.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we missed you.
You
froze.
froze your conspiracy beard.
Your internet balked.
Yeah,
I did it.
Pop
I
in.
did it. I did
Oh,
it.
it's
so
got
we
a
didn't
game
have to
block.
say-
Not quick enough.
going to real sort of really mischievous gleam in Ferenzi's eye. Maybe we should go back to the forest and look at our family. What's so uptight?
No, still didn't get it.
Ah,
You went all robot.
Go back
Yeah, I
to
think
the
it-
forest and ask Teledor's family why he's uptight.
why so uptight?
Ah. Rightio. You are all welcomed into the inn. Glorum's like, you did it. Yeah. Aha. You made me a lot of money. Well done. I said
I
you
was
could
going
do
to
it.
ask which way you were betting.
Hey, there was something about you lot I really liked, and I thought these people, if anybody could do it, it's them. They look like heroes, especially, and he points at Melissa, especially that one. She seemed like proper. I thought, if anybody's going to get it done, this group is the one to do it. And I was right. I made a lot of money, so sit down,
Yes.
your table, anything you like.
Just to be difficult.
Oh, everything you got. The best beer in the house.
Always.
And any of that high quality mead if you got any. That was good stuff.
That I can do.
Oh.
Just to be difficult. Before we all traipse into the inn,
Uh-huh.
I want to do Miette's usual disappearing trick.
Sure. Okay. Roll me a quick stealth check.
That's the wrong page. 28.
28. Nice.
Oh.
So, not even Celeste sees you this time, I don't think.
I don't know. I match it.
Yeah, she meets it, she beats it. So,
are you holding your shield at the moment?
Probably, yeah. Until
In
we
the
sit
middle.
down, I would still be holding on to it.
okay. I will say, with everything going on, Trelador and Miette and Melissa, because you were getting involved in that, and Miette wasn't. I will say that Miette just disappears from sight, and not even Celeste notices she's gone.
My God, first.
Yeah. So you're all sat in the inn, or back in the outside of the inn. There's a band starting to set up. There's going to be feasting until late in the night. We will talk to Miette first about what she's up to. Where you going, Miette?
I'm going out to find my usual friends.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Easy enough.
which I can't remember the name of at the moment.
Nondescript.
thinking-
You after the
Yeah, the nondescript door
easy
with the
enough
murder
to-
holes.
Easy enough to find. There's a fairly young-looking tiefling woman. Lets you in. Sort of nods at you as you go past. Make a quick perception check for me.
And I go in and all of my pockets are empty. Oh, Jesus.
9. Nice. Cool. Thank you.
And a natural one.
Oh, a natural 1. Oh dear. Okay, cool. Good to know. So, you enter in.
Said no.
There is a sort of tall, skinny-looking half-elf sat at a table with 2 goblets of wine. Looks at you. Do come in.
I will take my seat opposite.
We have wine prepared.
I shall take my goblet and hold it up to, tap against his, and he does likewise.
Taps.
He, right?
Yes, he. Yeah,
Yeah, he.
He
Yeah.
swallows his wine, sets it on the table. So,
I'll do likewise.
a friendly face once more.
I thought it would be nice to drop again, say hello, find out the state of the world.
Ah, state of the world. State of the world is always fluid, shall we say. Literally in some cases.
Yes, have you heard any details about that?
We
I
have,
understand the trading system of the world is ground to a halt.
it's interesting, is it not? The construction of a large temple in Dar seems to have affected the waterways, certainly the southern waterways at the very least. There are, as you say, no trading happening between here and Dar. Silot still sends boats occasionally, but they get here and they go no further. They are
I see.
converted.
They don't even go to Dar, they just
They are converted, and then some of them move on, but nothing moves past here without a symbol of Peladas.
I see.
And I believe that the river up to Giffield is, while there are no large towns on the riverbanks, no boats are going out of Dar that way, apparently. So, and what are you trading for this information today?
We just killed a monster, apparently.
Apparently so. What kind of a monster was it? If you don't mind me asking.
Something from the hells, apparently. I didn't recognize it.
Something from the house. Make a deception check, please.
14?
14. He sort of looks at you a little bit quizzically. From the hells. Marvellous.
I mean, I've only been there very briefly. I did not really get a chance to study the local flora and fauna.
Ah, indeed. Well, with the town being safe once more, I'm sure that people will be eager to move here and take up the suddenly empty shops that are happening.
It is quite a lovely town. It'll be a shame if anything happened to it.
Indeed it would. Indeed it would. So, chit chat is over. Was there anything in particular you were after? There are some interesting contracts on the go.
Oh, I can have a look at those. See if there are any relevant to friends or any that might interest me.
Indeed, indeed. He passes a few pieces of paper across.
Have a look through them, look for any names of the party that... Like, I know the dwarves aren't being hunted anymore, but
no,
anything else
there's
dodgy.
nobody from your party. There's an ex-member of your party.
Only one of those.
Oh, yeah. There is a rather large bounty on the head of one Snow on the riverbank.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't say who has taken the contract out,
Actually,
just that there is a contract.
He's not particularly wise. I mean, he seems to have a lot of cards.
Indeed, but with positions of power come powerful enemies. So,
I suppose one thing follows the other.
indeed. And with an organisation such as ours, the temptation to take these contracts is, as ever, rather fun, would you say?
I suppose eventually someone will be dumb enough or lucky enough.
Indeed. And they will be
Unfortunately, I don't
rewarded
think
handsomely.
that isn't today.
No? You have, after all, just recently slain a monster. Perhaps a day off would be best.
I think a day off. We slay a monster, we take a day off, and then we consider taking on the newly appointed head of a church of a newly arisen god.
Indeed. So, I can have a contract sent over tomorrow if you wish. I presume you're staying at the inn.
We are, of course, yes, decided to live large in our success.
Okay. Well, if you're amenable, I will send it over tomorrow.
Certainly, I will. I can discuss with my companions.
Marvellous. If, of course, you don't need it, just leave it where it is.
Dispose in usual manner.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Indeed.
Well, it was lovely having a conversation with you.
It was indeed, Miet, and thank you again. I add my thanks to the mayor's thanks and the township when I say thank you for slaying the awful, evil monster for us.
You're most welcome.
Good day. Oh, you'll need this. He pushes a little tiny vial of blue liquid. Just a precaution, you understand. He takes a similar one out and says,
Right.
I mean, pays to be safe, does it not?
Question, will it turn my tongue blue?
He sort of sticks his tongue out, tries to look at it. I don't believe so.
That's a shame. You should try doing that sometime.
I think...
But I will take the antidote.
Yeah, wise decision. Are you leaving?
But then, yes, I will leave.
Okay.
If that is all that's happened with the conversation.
Yeah, that seems to be the end of the conversation. I would like you... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Could you roll a d8 for me, please?
Four.
Okay, so you are heading back to the inn, and you suddenly think to check your possessions, as you recall the tiefling that was there on the way in was not there on the way out, and you notice your ring of fire resistance is missing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Is there no honour of monthly?
A natural one has to be honoured.
That's true.
So, we will cut back to the inn whilst Miet is away playing. What are you guys doing?
Drinking heavily.
Glorum is bringing you ales. He's bringing you there's some orcish mead. He says, "Look, this is the last barrel I have. Okay, so because it's you guys." And he brings the barrel, sets it on the table for you.
Oh,
now, if you
this
finish
is
this,
what we had at the other place, wasn't it? The orchid mead, yeah.
he says, "Look, if you finish this, one of you may be dead in the morning." It's
Challenge
good.
accepted.
I thought so. I like him. He's really good. So, anyway, carry on. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
I wouldn't be there. I would have stormed up to the room and just sulked on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, Florian won't be drinking alcohol.
Okay.
Tries Mr. Boring.
Are you flouncing out spectacularly, or trying to be stealthy about it? Or
No, I'll just walk straight up and just
trudge up the stairs. Gotcha.
I would take a pew and then begin a prayer of healing.
Okay.
And I would think that orcish mead has magically cured us.
I mean, it may well have done.
It's really good stuff.
On returning to the inn, I would like to secure a jug of that tiefling liqueur that could melt magical
Absolutely.
silver
Yep.
chains.
Yep.
Remember that.
Yeah. There's plenty of scope for grabbing some of that. You are given a bottle. There you go. Which is fantastic. So, yeah, like I say, you can have a small wooden flask of that tiefling liquor.
Thank you.
Is there anything? Sorry.
5 of the people can have 27 hit points, whoever needs it.
All right, thank you.
Please.
Okay. So, we leave you guys healed-ish, drinking, feasting. Some
Yep.
people not drinking, some people sulking, some people ruining the fact that they've lost their ring. I'm sure there will come an opportunity to take something of equal or better value in the morning, and we'll leave it there for tonight.
Cool.
Okay. One
That's
day.
good advice.
It's my turn to do the right up next week, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, please. If
I
you could
bet
get the
you
right
can't
up,
beat me.
if you could get the right up a day before would be nice.
I'm gonna do it
Sunday
right
would be best.
Usually I do it straight
I know.
up.
I know.
It's not last time, so I'll do it.
So,
Notice, considering we defeated the fearsome beast
no,
of Dornham.
no, you didn't.
Go up a level.
Gus yelled at Bridris, and you made a thoroughly unconvincing monster. That
And
no.
Ferenz fireball on our heads.
Yes, that's level up enough.
I mean, I didn't ask how big the room was. I casted fireball.
I know.
And that was the correct response,
Exactly.
Yes.
as the
So-
name says.
Something we've all done at some point in our career as D&Ders, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, what's
I've done
fireball
it, just
for?
not in this campaign.
What's fireball for if it's not for incinerating everybody that you can see?
Absolutely.
I'm sure
No,
Iniscara
disintegrate
would,
does that quite well.
I'm sure
So far, I feel
Iniscara
like
would
Ferenz-
agree.
Ferenz has cast Fireball 3 times, I think. The first time it didn't do anything to the kobold. The second time it did a load of damage to Bridger. The third time it did a load of damage to the party.
He's cast fireball twice and dawn once. The first
Oh, it was
time
Dawn that hit Bridger, sorry.
the fireball did fuck all to the kobolds and basically did a hell of a lot of damage to multiple people in the party. And then Dawn annihilated a lot of things.
Yes, it did indeed.
But it also did a lot of damage to Bridris.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I
And then Gus killed her.
Yeah. That's the important part. Gus killed her.
Absolutely. So, thank you all very much for playing. That was really quite fun. Especially the bit where you tried desperately to kill it yourselves. That was great. Loved that. Yeah, so pretty good session. Ended up in the pub. We haven't done that for a while. So,
Go to the pub and wait for this all to blow over.
Yeah.
God help you all if I ever play a wizard.
So, any conspiracy beard theories or other theories that we've got as to what we do
Yeah,
next?
Ferenz is trying to
or-
kill us all.
Well, yeah,
Snow
that's...
BBG.
That's not a conspiracy, though. He's doing that right out in the open.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He's calling it first.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he did go fireball. Boom.
No, he went stand back. Whee!
A little bit worried about what's happening in the Dwarven City with the lava.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
I think
fine.
Mash is running amok up there.
Hmm.
Being that
I mean, she does live right next door,
Yeah.
geographically.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean,
I mean, I'm sure that a turtle hasn't dropped a ring in the lava.
No, no. That
Oh,
should
we're
never
calling back to
happen.
other campaigns now, are we? Okay.
I think we've all done something stupid over the campaigns.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, 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 hey.
Passage.
In his defence, that was for science.
Classes you as a mad scientist.
I never said he was sane. I just said it was for science.
This is true.
Admittedly, I mean, Cog used to do all that stuff for experiments, didn't he?
Yep.
That was all fun.
None of
You
my
got-
characters have done anything mad at all.
No, not at all.
PCs or
It's
NPCs.
normal.
You've got to break a few mountains in the effort of scientific discovery, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
What's that meme
Sure.
with someone doing a campaign in the past and realizing there was a mountain that shouldn't
Yes.
have been there, and the pole came up that it just got up and walked away.
That was good. I saw that one. Cool. So,
Percy Beards, I think Florian is the spy. Because
Did he? A spy?
that's
That's
a
not
deep cut.
conspiracy either.
mum and dad are the baddies or whatever, and I don't know, his sister, wife, brother, cousin is sort of.
I know, brother cousin's your thing, Gus.
Yeah.
Oh, not anymore. We just got.
Just seems oddly fixated on brother cousins.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a conspiracy beard,
Uh-huh.
but I'm absolutely fucking delighted that we got to name that orphanage after Bidris.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
was
such
genius.
a good idea.
If you don't have inspiration, take it. Or did you take
Can I
it?
take that as a double inspiration?
No. You only get one, sorry.
My
We're
brain
gonna ask.
went straight there as well, Debbie, but I just didn't say anything stupidly. But it's just amazing.
Awesome.
I
Cool.
find the
Sorry, go
it's
ahead.
not so much a conspiracy theory. I find the constant butting of heads between Melissa and Trellador to be fascinating,
I think it's hilarious.
because both of them have
Yes.
this like underlying family, like
Trauma.
dealing with family expectations and trauma, and both of them are handling it in wildly different and incredibly unhealthy ways.
Every time it happens, like my brain goes, "Oh God, mom and dad are arguing again."
The way of putting it.
I'm handling it admirably. You're wrong.
Hey, everyone's entitled to an opinion, even if
Yes,
they're
they
wrong.
are. Yes, they are.
Unfortunately.
Yes. And I don't think any of us are right.
Cool.
Yes is always right. I dare you.
Well, you
Yes,
can't-
no, sorry.
It's-
Madame Miette is always right. The rest of us are always wrong.
Especially when she's wrong.
you can-
Correct.
But I'm half left though.
Can't hear you, Martin, if you're speaking. You're muted.
I am muted. Yeah, I always end up feeling bad. Like someone says something to Trellador, and then someone else, and then someone else, and then someone else, and suddenly it's 7v1, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe we could just go get a beer.
See, that's why I was trying to be on his side and be all like, everyone's telling you why you're here, and I was like, because he's mine.
As a player, I was fully on Trellador's side, 100%. Like, but then as character in that, it's also like we have spent fuck all gold because we haven't been around anywhere long enough to get any or spend it.
Yeah.
We're not a charity.
No,
To be
completely.
fair,
Apparently
if we
we
hadn't
are.
ended at 10, Melissa was actually intending towards the end of the party to go and try and talk to Trellador. And not try and attempt to
Well,
not
we can
be
pick that up next time.
Melissa. So,
We can
Yeah,
certainly
good
pick that
luck.
up next time.
how Melissa acts
So-
sometimes.
Who are you going to be?
Trellador loves talking, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And especially loves heart to hearts.
But would Trellador like Melissa apologize?
Ooh.
Trellador is incredibly loquacious.
Well, we could certainly find out. So, it just remains for me to say thank you very much for playing. It was really good fun. I really enjoyed that. My voice is completely fucked because that orc was bad. I made a bad choice. So, if you were watching and you enjoyed it, you're fucking brilliant. We love you. However, if you didn't,
Thank you, Kim.
Hey, Kim. If you didn't
Love
like
you,
it,
Kim.
you know what you can do? Off you fuck. See you later.